Josh and Frankie. What a couple of dumb shits.
Have you met Kazoo? She's a beautiful girl. She came from the depths of the greasy underbelly of this big brown world.
Hello, primates! You found Primus Tracks. Congratulations! There are many places to find Primus Tracks. The podcast is a great place to start. Thank you. You can also find us at Primus Tracks on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and we even have an email address. It's primustrackspod@gmail.com. Should we make an error, or if you have a thought that requires our attention, please send us an email. You can also leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. You could also just send me your 5-star review at the email address or on the socials. I'll happily read it here. I'm Josh. I'm one of the hosts of Primus Tracks. He is on the 39th floor of Primus Tracks Towers, chasing a dog around. It's Frankie!
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Frankie. There's so many ways to support the pod and find Primus Tracks. You've been having a lot of success on the Facebooks lately, it sounds like.
Yes, it's on fire. And like you said, there are so many ways to support us. I mean, you could catch the bus or the train and just unplug your earphones from your device and play it loud.
A lot of municipalities have ordinances against that on mass transit. You're encouraging our listeners to commit petty crimes to promote us, which I wholeheartedly endorse. Frankie will pay your fine. I'm legally obligated to tell you that Frankie will not pay your fine. Well, here we are, Frankie. It's track 8 of Fungi and Foe. It is simply named Kazoo. When you hear the word kazoo, where does your mind go?
To a musical instrument which is very whimsical and very playful.
As does my mind, Frankie. I've owned a number of kazoos over my life, and they are tons of fun. It's just a contoured piece of plastic or metal with a little bit of an opening on the top, and there's just a little piece of paper in there, and it makes the goofiest sound on earth. It's a wonderful musical instrument. Anyone can play it. And it does not cost as much as a whamola. That's like another thing in the Pro Kazoo
Exactly.
column. They're cheaper than a whamola. You can make just as wacky a sound. But I guess
And you don't need to worry about finding a drumstick somewhere.
That's right. But that's not to say you shouldn't also go to pachyderminstruments.com and buy a whamola today. Because, Frankie, you can play the whamola and kazoo simultaneously.
Yes.
Now that is something I need to see and hear.
I think it's not, I think at least currently, it's not easy to produce a photograph of Kazoo online. But I do recall Kazoo being shared at one point or another way back. So I am sure I've seen a photograph of what she looks like.
Wait,
Just
are you talking
hasn't-
about the musical instrument?
Oh, about the dog.
Oh, we didn't reveal that yet to the audience.
Oh.
So for those unfamiliar, they were confused, possibly, but that's okay. Yes, Kazoo is a dog. Mystery revealed.
Yeah, Kazoo was adopted by Les and his family several years back. And along with Hannibal, I understand that they were, or are, I hope they are, the family pets.
Considering that it's been 16 years, probably safe to say they're no longer with us. But we can also say with confidence that they were adopted, likely out of a shelter, and had really good lives at Rancho Relaxo.
Yes, imagine all the space they had to run around.
Ugh, it's a paradise for a dog. And that's the message of today is go adopt a dog. If you do anything as a result of listening to this podcast today, don't play the podcast out loud on the bus and get a ticket. Take that money you would have had to pay for that fine and go adopt a dog today. This That's the message, and it's much more positive for all.
Do you recall seeing a photo of Kazoo?
I have dim memories from
Yes.
interviews of Les talking about his dogs. I don't know if those photographs were for social media or if they made it into publications like Bass Player Magazine. Do you recall?
I don't recall. I mean, and it's hard to produce right now, these images, but I'm confident I saw a picture of Kazoo at one point or another down the line.
So here's what we do. We at a later
Elicit
date,
help. Yeah.
at a later date, we have a video. I'll say that again. At a later date, we'll do a bunch of research, and then we'll have an episode titled "The Dogs of Les Claypool."
Yes. And they will have been identified by
Yes,
then.
every single dog will have will have pictures, will have accounts of their lives, will have their favorite food, will have the tricks that they learned. I think I've killed that joke. All right. But, when a guy writes a song about a dog and you have a podcast about the guy's songs, I guess you got to talk about the guy's dog or dogs. We should also say this is strange territory for Les Claypool lyrics and song because he's writing a song about his dog. And that is not something I would expect. I didn't expect it at the time in 2009, and certainly coming back to it, I thought, dude wrote a song about his dog. I mean, he wrote a song about his wife too, but that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you definitely want to brag on your spouse, and they'll really appreciate it. I sing songs to my dogs all the time, Frankie, and they don't give a rip.
Wow.
They're just listening for the key words like food, treat, walk, and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So, and if the song does not contain those words, they lose interest very quickly. There's a curiosity in writing a song about one's dog, and I think we joked about it, in our making of episode, which was he may have been just sitting around, looking around, and said, "That's my dog. I'm going to write a song about that dog."
And that, I mean, and it's 100% possible because he confirmed so himself when we had our Bucket of Bernie Brains overview episode, and Les said he was just gazing around the room and writing songs about the things he saw. So it was like, oh, there's Buckethead right there. Bam. Opening track on the record, Buckethead.
Yeah.
A bowl of noodles was lying around somewhere. Bam. Track 2, Thai noodles. Yeah.
You're right. So this is familiar territory in that regard. See something, notice something, write lyrics.
Make a song out of it.
Make
Yeah.
a song out of it. Yeah, I'm gonna write a song about my dog. And I will say, I think that's a sweet idea, and I also think that the music really pairs well with slowed down footage of a dog trotting around, sniffing, barking, chewing on stuff.
How would you describe this song musically? I think it's
Yeah.
very refined and very sophisticated.
I wrote in my notes that this is as close as he's ever come to being the jazz combo at the winery that's playing too loudly. That's what
Exactly.
that's where my
Yeah.
mind went. It's like there's that little jazz combo in the corner. They're there to make background music, but they're playing really loudly. You can't hear yourself talk to your friend while you're drinking your wine. But it's cool jazz, and so he's on the side of it where it's not elevator jazz. This is a cool
Exactly.
jazz song.
And although the lyrics don't come to my mind that often, the motif play by Sam Bass, I think it's quite compelling. That does get some
yeah.
space, some space in my mind, particularly if I've just heard the record. Then Sam Bass's part will linger for a bit in my mind after I listen to the song.
Listening to this, just yesterday, in terms of our recording of this, for the first time in 16 years, when Sam's part came in, I had to double check the credits because I thought it was Skerik on sax.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this was initially conceived for a sax part and Skerik wasn't available, or if Les said, "Hey, can you mimic
Emulate,
that breathy sax sound on the cello?" And Sam, being as good as he is, was able to do that. and it sounds like breathy saxophone. So it's got that quality to it, and so I certainly did a double take. This track is pretty interesting. It's 4 minutes and 12 seconds. And we should mention, once again, no live versions of this. Never been performed
It's
live.
never been performed live.
Yeah.
No.
And we've got Les on bass and vocals, and percussion, Sam Bass on cello, Mike D on vibraphone. And he gives us a pretty nice solo through much of the last half of the track, if I remember correctly. And the other thing that I wrote in my notes that I wanted to mention was there's that false ending at about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I was listening to it, eyes closed, just letting my thoughts come to me as I listened to it. And that false ending occurred. And I opened my eyes thinking, shit, it's done already. I thought it was over. It wasn't. It continued. And I thought, there was a moment of disappointment, I will be honest, but then Mike saves it in the second half. It was worth it. It's pretty groovy in that regard. But, we talked about it on the first side of this record, a lot of down tempo, a lot of instrumentation that's not in your face, a lot of very laid back tunes. And then Bite Out of Life last week kicked us in the can a bit. And so I'm awake and I'm going, all right, what else does the second half of this record have for us? And we get the cool jazz combo. So Bite Out of Life is sticking out like the proverbial sore thumb at this point, Frankie.
What do you think about the way because now we have Bite Out of Life, George Martin,
And
Errol.
Yep.
I mean, we're on the fence with Errol. We don't know if it's fungi lore or not. But we have so many songs lately removed from the fungi theme that it does pose the interesting question whether you consider that the album, I mean, if you think about it, Mushroom Men, Amanitas, Boomil Stomp is not related to fungi, and there's the title track near the end. So that's not really that much of a fungi record, is it?
Well, we also have plenty of faux. We still have a couple tracks
Yes.
coming up that are associated with Pig Hunt. We have a smattering of each, and then we have 4 or 5 tracks that have nothing to do with either the video
Exactly.
game or the movie. Yeah.
Exactly.
And this one is one of those. It stands alone as far as its composition and origins. And I certainly
Yes.
hope to the highest power that Kazoo is not a foe. She sounds like a sweet dog.
She sounds friend-shaped.
Yes, very much so. Even if she piddles on the floor out of excitement, which good dogs do.
So going through the songs as we're doing with these episodes, that's a thought that just struck me, that this record is a collection of songs. It's not really something unified by a particular theme.
Yeah, some of the tracks are in subgroups, but as an overall umbrella, not necessarily.
Exactly.
Yeah. And this one certainly stands apart thematically. Of course, it's a song about the guy's dog, but it also, I think, stands apart a bit instrumentally too, because the presentation is, even though the instrumentation is similar, the presentation is different from what we've already heard on the front half of the record.
Yes.
We should sample it a bit.
Have you met Kazoo?
Not there. I'm going to move forward a bit. Here we go.
Spark, and you're strolling through the park, and she'll be shaking her tail. Have you met Kazoo? Have you met Kazoo? Have you met Kazoo? Have you met Kazoo?
He's even doing the jazz guy vocals down there in
Yes.
that low, have you met Kazoo? And that, once again, that cello line, yes, very reminiscent of a sax part, and very cool.
And very easy to hum and to remember.
Yes. It actually reminds me a bit of a portion of a Clutch tune called Who's Been Talkin'. These two tunes are not at all related, but they each have a little sing-songy part like that reminds me one of the other. And that's just my own association, but it's just got that little lick is really great. And it's certainly evocative of something I've heard before somewhere that just sounds like that cool jazz, which I keep saying, but it's what I'm stuck on at this moment. Per my recollection, we get a lot of similar stuff through the first couple minutes, and then in the back half, Mike D takes over. So that upright isn't as dirty as it is on something like Red State Girl, but it's nice and low register, so it's rumbling. There's a bit of resonance to the percussion. Sam's doing some cool stuff around Mike's solo, excuse me.
Great job by Mike D.
Yeah, he really brought it on the vibraphone there. Of course, if you give Mike a word, he will find the right notes for it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know, like just if you say give me grunge, he'll give you grunge. If you say give me pop, he'll give you pop. If you say give me Prince, he'll give you Prince, right? I think he's just that attuned that he can do it at a moment's notice.
Yes.
So give me Smokey, give me Cigar Bar. That's what this sounds like to me. There it is. It's cigar bar music. For sure. That's what's happening here. It's a curious number though, because it's so chill and laid back, and it's a bit of exploration, I'd say, on Les's part, because you wouldn't normally hear this from him on any kind of release. Yet here it is. So I know that this one, from what I recall as far as the reception to this record, I don't think Kazoo was held aloft as a shining example of the potential of this record, but I think there's something there.
I'm finding myself having a newfound appreciation for Kazoo. You know what? I changed my mind. I think it's a good song.
Wait a minute, that indicates that you didn't think that at some point.
I will say that I find the music fantastic. It's a controversial point, but whether we discuss if Les was scraping for subjects by this point in the record, regardless of that, the music is fantastic. It's a very well executed song.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fairly simple. It's not, over the top complex.
And once again,
fine.
Les is very strategical. Look at the placement on the record.
Oh yeah, put it on the back half. And just let it ride.
No, yeah, but it's coming after a very chaotic and very loud song.
Oh yes, of course. The study and contrast of Bite Out of Life and Kazoo are certainly present and fairly self-evident. Yeah, we come way down after Bite Out of Life. And the track following, Frankie, Prime by 29, which I haven't listened to yet.
My favorite.
Oh, that's right. It's your favorite track. Probably a bit more upbeat and noisy than Kazoo, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's very different to Kazoo.
Yeah. So it is strategically placed in terms of between two more catchy tunes. Not necessarily catchy, I should say. Strategically placed between a couple of tunes that'll catch people's attention, I suppose. And I think Kazoo's an attention getter in a different way. It's very loungy. Very different. The lyrics, all about Kazoo. I do want to meet this dog, by the way. Don't know how I'm going to do it in 2025, but she's a beautiful girl. She came from the depths of the greasy underbelly of this big brown world, Frankie. So, sounds like a rescue animal to me, which makes me happy. Dainty little thing, give her liver crackers and a rub on the belly, and her heart will sing. That's one of the sweetest things Les Claypool ever wrote. That's beautiful. It's really interesting. Got long, luxurious nails, and if there's a spark as you're strolling through the park, she'll be shaking her tail. So she gets, she catches that scent. She's into it. I think my favorite couplet is when she gets excited, you may find it overwhelming if she pees on the tile. And I've had dogs that when they get excited or overstimulated, they piddle. It's cute. It's easy to clean up. No big deal. As long as it's on hardwood floor or tile, yeah. No biggie. And that's about the extent of the lyrics. Little ode to the dog here. Now, there are a lot of songs out there about dogs, Frankie, and I'm not going to list them all. But I think it's great when somebody writes a song about their dog, because that means that dog means something to them. It's endearing. I'll say that. One of my favorite pieces of literature about a dog is called The Mixer by P.G. Wodehouse. Readily available online short story about a mutt who, through a series of misunderstandings, helps to solve a string of crimes. It's pretty well done. So, The Mixer, P.G. Wodehouse, fun little read. About a dog. If I'm going into short story territory, Frankie, that means we've talked about it enough. It's time for Primate's Takes. If you want your take read on the podcast, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/Primus Tracks. And there, among all the literature and all the material that we offer, the universal constant is Primate's Takes. I will read your take on the track up for discussion right here on this very podcast. Our pal, the landed gentry, Edwin Allen Richards IV, Frankie, says the following: Kazoo is amazing, and I love it. I forgot it existed, so I gave it a re-listen, and it sounds like something out of a dark, noir murder mystery movie mixed with Looney Tunes. The instrumentation is amazing, and the tune is just as sultry as hell, with the goofiest vocals that tell you to stop taking anything in life so seriously. 10 out of 10. What do you make of that, Frankie?
I find myself wondering about what could have been of this song in terms of the music strictly, with a different subject matter.
Yeah. This could have been a Bob Cock and the Yellow Sock
Yes,
tune, without
exactly.
question. Right?
Yes, yes, because I mean, like you mentioned, it's nice. It's a lovely little number. It's great and all, but
Yeah.
personally, I don't know if this happens to a lot of other people, but when a artist gets too personal with a song in terms of something that is so I mean too personal in the context like this one, for me at least, there's a point where the song becomes kind of unrelatable, and as a consequence, less enjoyable. Not and it's complex, right? Because I mean, the rest of the record is not relatable either. However, because it's fantasy or literary sources or made of characters, it's fine, it's enjoyable. But knowing that there is a real dog out there which is being sung about kind of makes it sometimes too specific to be enjoyed like the rest of the songs, at least for me.
That stands to reason. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's so specific, and I want to pet that dog, but I can't.
Exactly.
Right?
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Give me that dog. It's akin to when an artist said, this is a song I wrote the day my daughter was born. I'm like, oh man. Skip. I understand. Absolutely. By the way, Edwin, when you say dark noir murder mystery movie mixed with Looney Tunes, you're just talking about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, man. That's exactly what this is. Good call. Our pal Brooks breaks it down as follows. At first, I didn't really care for this one. Honestly, though, it really did grow on me over time. Super mellow and chill. Not Claypool's usual, but I still enjoy it.
Brooks breaks it down.
And maybe, and maybe, Frankie, this is what makes it a fungi tune because over time it grows on you.
Exactly. I think Les was going for something there. Yeah.
The slow
I could,
burn. Yeah, possibly.
yes. Could this be his slowest burning record ever?
Oh, I would put it on the mantle for slow burns. Absolutely. Bar none. This takes that award without any competition. And I'm not saying that pejoratively. I'm saying it's just the one that has that feel to it more than any other one. There's much more immediacy, I think, to just about every other record he's done. John Shreve, wow, this is like our longest Primates takes ever. John Shreve says, Kazoo is the song that reminds you to change your bong water.
Why?
Well, you got to change it out every once in a while, Frankie, or it gets rancid and nasty and you get messed up.
Oh, where the dogs drink.
No, don't give the dogs your bong water. No.
What is bong water?
In this episode of Primus Tracks, Frankie learns about water pipes used for ingesting cannabis and cannabis products.
Oh, a bong.
Yes. You should also change
Like
out
the
your
one-
dog. Yes, you should
Like
also
the one
change
less spilled on the console, right?
just like that. Yes,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You should also change out your dog's water regularly, but bong water as well. Eric in Australia wraps it up as follows. Let's see if he keeps his streak intact. He says Kazoo stinks like a big wet donkey dong. Streak broken, Frankie. Sounds like something from an old-time mystery movie matinee. Well, okay, so we had two observations about noir mystery type movie music, which I think is valid. But the evaluation of the quality of that movie mystery music is up for debate. Thank you, Eric.
Kazoo is Eric's Mama Didn't Raise No Fool.
That's right. It's the nadir
Yes.
of the record for him. Also happens to be track 8, just like Mama. Imagine that.
Wow.
The parallels we draw sometimes.
Yes.
Well,
the
Eric's
the neither of the record.
poor Eric's back to his
Yeah.
old curmudgeonly self here. Oh, man. Well, that's the Primates takes. Thank you guys for your support and your wise words. Once again, we're on the back half of Fungi and Foe, which means 0 live cuts.
Sorry.
Frankie,
Could-
actually-
the best we could aspire to would be someone covering the song at some point, which
With-
has never happened either.
That's right, with a kazoo.
Yes.
So, and you can do breathy kazoo. Absolutely. I think somebody could do it. This is me issuing a challenge to you. Go home, do a multi-track recording of you performing kazoo solely on a kazoo. Thank you. Really hope we get dozens of entries for kazoo on kazoo. All right, Frankie. I think we've changed both our own minds about kazoo. I think we're into it at this point.
Yes, not in my top 5 from Fungi and Foe by a long shot, but
Yeah.
a song I can appreciate more now.
Or I think that's commendable. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to put it in my top 12 on the record.
Top 12 is more reasonable. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Maybe we can whittle it down from there.
Just want to reinforce what you said because I find myself in full agreement. Artists, bands, singers, whomever, please don't write songs about your daughter's sons or pets that much.
So for me, the songs about sons and daughters, automatic skip. The songs about dogs, I'll listen to them because I love dogs. But as you stated, I'll probably also be frustrated because I don't get to pet that dog.
Yeah, I mean, something that I find really commendable about David Byrne's solo catalog is that we're talking about a guy who had a daughter and subsequently a grandson, and he's been through a divorce and then a split, and then he got married again, and absolutely none of that found its way to his records,
Wow.
which I find fabulous.
No angsty breakup songs for David Byrne is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. No, there's plenty of other people who have that territory covered. We don't need another one. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Any David Byrne songs about dogs?
There's Doc's Mind on American Utopia.
There's a start.
Oh, and you know, I was just when you said songs about babies being born, it's an automatic skip. Um, I think the ultimate transgressor in that sense is With Arms Wide Open, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can't top that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one,
the
that one,
ultimate sin is With
yeah.
Arms Wide Open. Let it be known that Primus Tracks does not in any way endorse With Arms Wide Open. Yes,
Exactly.
we could certainly say that with confidence. But if you want to listen to songs about dogs or that have dog in the title, the first two I would recommend to anybody are Atomic Dog, that goes without question, and I Want to Be Your Dog by the Stooges, which our pal Mike Dillon has covered on his records.
All right.
Good
Quick
stuff.
fire. You've got several pets at home.
It's true.
Your dogs are fabulous. So, a quick rundown of funny things your dogs do. In my case, our dog, he'll just be lying on his bed, and if I look at him, he'll start smiling and wiggling his tail. He'll always be running and jumping about, but if I pull out my phone, he'll stop and pose for a photograph. Yeah.
That's great.
He'll also be lying in bed, and if I put my shoes on for whatever reason, then he'll already have what is the name of the thing to walk your dog out on the street? Oh, the leash.
Leash.
Yeah, he'll have the leash on his mouth ready if he listens to me putting my shoes on.
Nice.
Yeah, he'll react to key words as well.
Yeah.
I think the same as yours, mainly walk, food. Oh, and bath as well. Yeah, he knows what that means.
Now, when he
And
hears bath, does he approach or run away?
he'll get really stiff, and yeah, and he'll try to hang on to onto the ground for dear life.
Oh, wow. So he doesn't fight, he doesn't fly, he freezes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I should mention that we're doing the thing that frustrates you right now, is you're talking about your dog and nobody gets to pet your dog.
Nobody gets to pet him. That's right. It's true. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's so easy. It's so easy to fall there
Yeah, it's so easy to
before you.
kazoo someone. You just
Yeah,
kazooed
before
everybody.
before you realize it, you're doing it yourself.
So I will not victimize everybody, but I will say one thing about Pearl the Beagle, which is we tend to watch the same show right before bedtime for the dogs, and she gets to know the closing musical number for the TV show that we choose, and then she knows it's time for bed. So for example, lately we've been watching the Dick Van Dyke Show right before bedtime. Brilliant sitcom, by the way, funny as hell. And that music sting comes on at the end, and she jumps up, looks at us, and starts heading for her room
Oh,
for the
that
night.
is amazing.
She's pretty sharp, yeah. So she learns the theme songs pretty quickly.
And I understand she also has a very good set of table manners, right?
Oh, very much so. Yes, the one time a year we set her at the table for her birthday burger. Yes,
She's a remarkable pup.
she's great. And yes, we're sick people for doing that. And now I'm kazooing everybody. So
Yeah.
it's oh no.
Before you realize.
I forgive you, Les. I understand now.
Yes, it becomes suddenly it becomes relatable.
Yeah.
Perhaps, I mean, I imagine there's a group of people out there who had a child and then they love With Arms Wide Open, right? And it becomes their theme song. So
Yeah.
yeah,
In a
I
in a
guess
world with 7-8 billion people, there's bound to be one.
yeah.
Yes.
So I guess we can kind of relate to Kazoo now. We never met her, we never pet her, but we can relate to the song a bit more now.
Yeah, in the sense that this guy really wanted to tell you about his dog because his dog's great, and we would tell people about our dogs too. But flip side, I don't want to hear about people's dogs.
Wow.
I do if I can pet them, but if I can't,
What about looking at pictures?
Oh, absolutely. Show me pictures of your dogs, please. Everybody, send me pictures of your dogs right now. Absolutely. I check out dogs when I'm out driving, and people probably think I'm leering at them, but no, I'm checking out their dogs. They're cute. I should probably stop talking. I should say this, Frankie. Kazoo, come here. Sit. Shake. Down. Good. Roll over. Oh, good dog. Here's a treat. You've been tracked. Next time, Frankie, 29 is a prime number.
My favorite track
My
on the
favorite.
album, not number. Yeah, my
My
favorite.
fave.
I'm gonna put this out there for listeners to ponder until the next week, and then they can get back to us with their conclusion. My personal theory is that this song is connected to Bite Out of Life. So on Bite Out of Life, Les is encouraging the boy to live life to the fullest and just go for that big juicy bite, right?
Yeah.
On Prime by 29, he presents the aftermath of that behavior.
Ooh. So it's a companion piece.
It's a companion piece,
All right.
yes.
Or is it a trilogy where the guy takes the bite out of life and then takes his dog for a walk and then he's...
And then deals with the aftermath of everything.
Yes, that was his
Very
bite.
well could be. Very, very well could be.
I adopted this dog, named it Kazoo, and it ruined me. That's the story. This is Les's 2112. We're through the looking glass here. We figured it out. All right, we've been talking about dogs for 15 minutes. Probably time to go. Primates, primatrons, people of Earth, dog lovers everywhere. Please actually do send pictures of your dogs to primustrackspod@gmail.com.
We would love to see them.
Please.
It's been a while. It's been a while since you did the last photo shoot with records and dogs.
Yes, I need to do that again. Those beagles need to pose with more of my Primus records. Later days.
Willie Mays.